What happens when a hero finally lets go of his past? Only to be pulled back into a final mission. A powerful farewell to Daniel Craig's journey as James Bond. A story of love, betrayal, sacrifice, and legacy. We begin with a haunting flashback. A young Madeleine Swann witnesses a traumatic moment when a masked man named Safin targets her family. She escapes, falling into icy water, but is unexpectedly saved by the same man. Years later, Bond and Madeleine are together in Italy. Bond is trying to let go of his past, even visiting the grave of Vesper Lynd. But peace doesn't last. A sudden ambush shatters their quiet life. Spectre agents attack, and Bond suspects Madeleine of betrayal. Heartbroken, he ends their relationship and disappears. 5 years later, Bond is retired in Jamaica. Meanwhile, a top scientist named Valdo Obrichev goes missing. He was working on Project Heracles, a bioweapon using nanotech that targets people by their DNA. MI6 had secretly approved this weapon, and now it's in the wrong hands. Bond is approached by CIA agent Felix Leiter, asking for help. He learns that Spectre might be behind the abduction. But there's an even bigger threat lurking. Bond travels to Cuba and teams up with CIA agent Paloma. At a Spectre event, chaos unfolds, but this time Spectre is the one being eliminated. Someone else hijacked the mission. It's Safin, the same man from Madeleine's past. He's been manipulating everything from the shadows. After a betrayal by a rogue CIA agent, Bond loses someone close to him and barely escapes. Fueled by loss and anger, he returns to London. Bond reconnects with Madeleine and discovers she has a daughter. She says the child isn't his, but it's clear there's more to the story. Meanwhile, Safin forces Madeleine to unknowingly pass the nanotech virus to Blofeld, Spectre's imprisoned leader. When Bond touches her, he becomes the carrier. And during a tense meeting, Blofeld is exposed. Bond realizes Safin isn't just taking down Spectre. He's building something new, and much worse. Bond traces Safin to a secret island facility between Japan and Russia, a high-tech fortress producing nanobot-based weapons on a massive scale. Bond and Agent Nomi infiltrate the island. But Safin captures Madeleine and her daughter, threatening their safety. Bond fights through the compound to rescue them, sending them off the island, but not without a cost. He is exposed to a strain of nanotech that's coded to harm them if he ever sees them again. Knowing he can't return to them, Bond opens the blast doors so missiles can neutralize the facility. In a final call, he speaks to Madeleine. They say goodbye. He tells her he loves her. She confirms what we already knew. The little girl is his. The missiles arrive. The world is saved. But Bond remains on the island, choosing to protect his family from afar. Forever. Back in London, M and the team honor Bond's legacy in silence. As Madeleine drives through the countryside with her daughter, she begins to share the story of a brave man, someone who gave everything so the ones he loved could live in peace. It's a farewell to a legend, a closing chapter, a reminder that true heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they walk away so others can live freely. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit subscribe and follow Film Reveals for more movie recaps, explained with emotion and clarity.